kwakutadza kubudirira nenhau yeclimatic condition, nokuti climate yachinja. Hatisichari pakunaya kwemvura kwataatinako kubva kare kare, saka taakufanira kuadopta. We must adapt.
Nharaunda ino iri region 5 hakuna mvura nguva dzakawandisa. Mvura yedu zhinji inogona kusvika maybe less than 300 mils.
Changes in climate have resulted in more arid environments for agricultural production, which has changed rainfall patterns that we've always known. Hello, and welcome to another installation of Sustain, where we celebrate sustainable ideas at grassroots level. On this episode, we look at how communities in Zonwe village of Marange in the eastern parts of Zimbabwe are benefiting from research into climate-smart agriculture that is suited for their dry region. The International Center for Tropical Agriculture embarked on a research in Marange to integrate contours, membranes, and utilize runoff in agriculture. This method of smart agriculture is sustainable and helps farmers to adapt to climate change, which has seen a significant decrease in rainfall and reduced yields. Professor George Nyamadzao from Bindura University of Science Education led a research team that sought to find a solution to this climate change-induced challenge.
This project started at this site in 2014. But in 2014, we were just looking at ways of adapting to climate change in semi-arid regions. We were promoting tight contours and infiltration pits and other infield water harvesting technologies as methods that can be used by farmers in dry regions like this one to adapt to climate change. So what we did in 2014 was we noticed that at this farm, the farmer can utilize excess runoff from the mountain, which is up there. If we could divert it into the field, hold it in tight contours and infiltration pit, maybe it could increase yield. At that time, this project was running under Bindura. But 2 years ago, we got funding from the Swedish Council for Research, and working together with Bindura and SIAT, we managed to go a step further by installing subsurface membranes which can capture water underground. And the advantage of capturing the water underground is that it is protected from evaporation losses. And when there is a dry spell, the plants are able to utilize that water to bridge the dry spell or the dry gap. So right now what we are seeing, we have a crop where we are evaluating the effects of field edge water harvesting technology, that is tight contours and infiltration pits, together with the use of subsurface membranes which are underground. We installed them at 40 and at 60 centimeters on maize yield, and I think what you are seeing explains or tells a good story on its own. It means we can turn even semi-arid regions into very productive pieces of land where we can get 8 to 10 tons per hectare yield of maize by just utilizing simple technologies like subsurface membranes and tight contours and infiltration pits. So I think the main inspiration of this project up to now is that we want to improve crop production in semi-arid regions, even in regions where the impacts of climate change are really being felt.
Prior to being exposed to this research, farmers in Zonwe village were aborting farming, with some resorting to growing nuts only. Now, agriculture extension workers were grappled with this challenge and were also keen to find more sustainable solutions to this problem.
Ndichiuya kuno ndakanzwa ndakaomerwa nokuti zveshuwa ndiri kufamba kwairimwa nyimo nenzungu zvavari kutaura zvakaoma. Nharaunda ino region 5 hakunai mvura nguva dzakawandisa. Mvura yedu zhinji inogona kusvika maybe less than 300 mils. Saka vakauya vakatitora isusu nevarimi vangani pekutanga tatakawanda kuti handei tinokudzidzisaiwo toda kuita inonzi pilot project muno muZimbabwe kuti vanhu vari kunzvimbo dzakaita sedzino idzi vangawane sei kudya kunyange kusinganai mvura yakakwana. Saka vakatidzidzisa makore ekutanga kumashure takaita matide controls nema-infiltration pits zvamuri kuona izvi. Anotora mvura inenge iri kubva kugomo youya yoerera ikazadza gomba iri yofura yoenda pane rimwe gomba. Saka mvura iyoyo ndo inozoerera nepasi ichiita kuti panzvimbo pedu patinenge takasima zvinhu parambe pakadini pakatota.
Okay. There were 20 farmers who were involved, 20 farmers in this area. They were trained here at the other side. You saw the other side. So they were all trained on how to install the membranes and how they function. So out of those 20, we could not use all of them because this is mainly we want to test first before it goes out there to everyone else. So this is part of a bigger project. This is just research, that where it comes in. I do the research. So the research now is on determining the maximum plant populations that we can achieve for optimum yields. That is on the other side. Then here on this side, we are now integrating the surface water retention technology and different nutrient management to achieve also optimum maize yield. As you can see in this area, it's very dry, it's very hot. Those are the challenges. So far here we only have one farmer, and on this plot there are 48 plots. 48. So out of the 48 plots, we are studying them for 3 years. So this is the second year. So in this second year, we already have the first year and the second year. So when we harvest, we will also take soil samples to determine whether our subsurface water retention technologies retained nutrients. Also, the period is long enough to determine that. Then the final year is the following season. After that, already we are also collecting data for costs, any management costs, the costs for manure, costs for fertilizers. Then we translate them to per hectare basis, such that we determine if this technology is cost effective, if they can adopt, are they willing to buy the membrane, or should it be subsidized so that they can adopt the technology, and also so that we do the cost benefit analysis of the project such that we recommend it in a good way.
Coming up, we hear from farmers who participated in this research to find out how it has been going so far and see if this new technology is indeed helping to improve their yields.